Marilyn Monroe wasn't just Hollywood's biggest star. She was a fashion phenomenon who changed the meaning of glamour forever. From dazzling movie costumes to unforgettable red carpet appearances, every dress she wore became part of pop culture history. Whether sparkling under studio lights or captivating audiences with effortless charm, Monroe understood how fashion could create magic on screen and beyond. Today, we're counting down the top 12 most beautiful Marilyn Monroe dresses, the iconic looks that transformed a movie star into an eternal symbol of glamour. Hot pink gown in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes in 1953. We begin with the dress that turned Marilyn Monroe into a global symbol of glamour, a look that made diamonds, music, and fashion history all at once. Marilyn Monroe's hot pink gown in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, 1953, isn't just a movie costume, it's one of the most recognizable dresses in Hollywood history. Designed by William Travilla for the unforgettable Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend performance, the strapless gown was created from vibrant candy pink silk that looked almost sculpted onto her body. The dress was cleverly constructed with minimal seams, giving it a smooth, almost architectural shape, while still appearing soft and glamorous on screen. Monroe paired it with matching opera-length gloves, adding theatrical elegance that perfectly suited the musical number. A dramatic, oversized bow at the back, filled with horsehair to hold its structure, gave the look playful drama from every angle. Under bright stage lights, the bold color and sleek silhouette made Monroe impossible to look away from. Gold gown in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes in 1953. But Marilyn wasn't afraid of bold fashion risks, and her next gown pushed Hollywood style further than audiences had ever seen before. Marilyn Monroe's gold gown in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, 1953, was bold, daring, and far ahead of its time. Designed by William Travilla, the shimmering gold lamé dress featured a dramatic halter neckline with an incredibly deep, plunging V-shape that instantly made it one of her most unforgettable looks. The fabric was sunburst pleated from a single circular piece, creating movement and sparkle with every step she took on screen. Travilla even built hidden wiring and internal structure into the neckline to keep the daring design perfectly in place. The gown was so form-fitting that Monroe reportedly had to be sewn into it before filming scenes. Its revealing style shocked audiences, and when Monroe later wore it publicly at the 1953 Photoplay Awards, it sparked major controversy and headlines across Hollywood. Orange fishtail gown in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes in 1953. Hidden within the same film was another dazzling look, one so daring that audiences barely got to see it. Marilyn Monroe's orange fishtail gown in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, 1953, is one of her most glamorous yet surprisingly rare on-screen looks. Designed by William Travilla, the vibrant dress featured a figure-hugging mermaid silhouette made from flowing orange chiffon that flared beautifully at the bottom. The sequined bodice with delicate spaghetti straps added sparkle, while built-in boning shaped the waist and hips to create Monroe's famous hourglass silhouette. The neckline was considered so daring at the time that censors limited how much of the dress could be shown, leaving audiences mostly seeing it from the back in the final film. Monroe styled the look with a matching sequined stole, golden heels, diamond jewelry, and a shimmering clutch during a dance scene. Interestingly, the zipper was placed at the front, an unusual design detail for the era. How to Marry a Millionaire premiere in 1953. Off-screen, Marilyn's red carpet appearances were just as unforgettable, proving her real-life glamour could rival any movie costume. At the 1953 premiere of How to Marry a Millionaire, Marilyn Monroe delivered a true old Hollywood fashion moment that instantly confirmed her superstar status. Designed by her longtime collaborator William Travilla, The strapless gown was made from flesh-toned crepe de chine covered in shimmering white lace and opalescent sequins that sparkled under camera flashes. The figure-hugging silhouette featured a sweetheart neckline and a sleek mermaid-style shape that highlighted Monroe's famous curves. The dress was so tightly fitted that she reportedly had to be sewn into it to achieve its flawless appearance. She completed the glamorous look with white satin opera gloves and luxurious white fox fur accessories, adding pure red carpet drama. Every detail was designed to make her glow under the lights, turning the premiere into a defining Marilyn Monroe fashion moment. At Grauman's Chinese Theater in 1953. Yet sometimes Marilyn's most iconic fashion moments happened during joyful Hollywood milestones rather than film scenes. In 1953, Marilyn Monroe created another unforgettable fashion moment when she placed her handprints and footprints at Grauman's Chinese Theater alongside her Gentlemen Prefer Blondes co-star Jane Russell. For the historic ceremony, Monroe wore a charming halter-style summer dress that showed a softer, more playful side of her style. The mid-calf dress featured delicate eyelet detailing throughout, giving it a light feminine feel perfect for the sunny Hollywood event. Paired with classic high heels and her radiant smile, the look felt effortlessly glamorous yet approachable. Standing arm in arm with Russell, who wore a matching silhouette in a polka dot version, the moment captured pure golden age Hollywood excitement. Unlike her dramatic film gowns, this outfit highlighted Marilyn's natural charm and everyday elegance. Posing for Milton Green's Ballerina Sitting series in 1954. As photographers began capturing a softer side of Marilyn, her fashion revealed a completely different kind of beauty. In 1954, Marilyn Monroe revealed a completely different side of her beauty during photographer Milton Green's famous Ballerina Sitting portrait series. Wearing a dreamy white tulle and satin dress designed by New York designer Herbert Casper, Monroe looked soft, delicate, and almost ethereal, far removed from her usual bombshell image. The ballet-inspired frock featured layers of airy tulle that created graceful movement as she posed, giving the photographs a timeless, romantic quality. Interestingly, the dress was actually 2 sizes too small, forcing Monroe to subtly hold the bodice in place during the shoot, something she handled with effortless confidence. The vulnerability and elegance captured in these images helped redefine how audiences saw her. At the premiere of There's No Business Like Show Business in 1954. Soon after, Monroe returned to full old Hollywood glamour with a premiere look designed to make every camera flash follow her. At the 1954 premiere of There's No Business Like Show Business, Marilyn Monroe delivered pure old Hollywood glamour in a breathtaking white satin gown designed by her favorite costume designer, William Travilla. The strapless dress featured a sleek mermaid silhouette with a cinched belted waist that perfectly highlighted her famous curves. The gown was so tightly fitted that Monroe reportedly had to be sewn into it, a process that took several hours to achieve its flawless shape. She elevated the look with luxurious white fox fur accessories, including a dramatic stole and matching muff, along with elegant opera-length gloves. Interestingly, the dress was borrowed from the 20th Century Fox wardrobe department, showing how closely Monroe's film and real-life fashion worlds overlapped. Under the premiere lights, the satin fabric glowed beautifully, making her impossible to ignore. Blew-up over dress in The 7-Year Itch in 1955. And then came the dress that would become one of the most famous fashion moments in cinematic history. Marilyn Monroe's white dress from The 7-Year Itch, 1955, isn't just iconic. It's one of the most famous costumes in movie history. Designed by William Travilla, the ivory cocktail dress was created specifically for the unforgettable subway grate scene where the skirt famously lifted into the air. The dress featured a plunging halter neckline and a sunburst pleated midi skirt that moved beautifully with every breeze, giving Monroe a fresh and playful elegance. The fitted waist, finished with a small bow detail, emphasized her silhouette while keeping the look light and feminine. To ensure modesty during filming, Monroe even wore multiple layers underneath as the skirt lifted repeatedly during takes. Travilla later called it that silly little dress, never expecting it would become legendary. Meeting Queen Elizabeth, 1956. But Marilyn's star power wasn't limited to Hollywood. Even royal occasions couldn't contain her unforgettable style. When Marilyn Monroe met Queen Elizabeth II in 1956 at the Royal Film Performance in London, she created one of the most talked-about fashion moments of her life. Instead of choosing a modest, royal-approved outfit, Monroe arrived in a shimmering gold lamé evening gown that instantly captured every camera's attention. The form-fitting dress featured delicate spaghetti straps, a softly ruched bodice, and a daring low neckline that boldly broke traditional royal dress expectations. A matching gold cape, gloves, and metallic accessories completed the glamorous look, giving her an almost goddess-like presence beside the queen. The gown's weighted hem helped it fall perfectly as she moved, adding elegance to its dramatic shine. Although critics called the outfit too bold for the occasion, Monroe remained confident in her choice. At the Golden Globe Awards in 1962. Entering the final chapter of her career, Marilyn proved she could still command every spotlight with effortless sophistication. At the 1962 Golden Globe Awards, Marilyn Monroe delivered one of the most unforgettable red carpet appearances of her career while accepting the Henrietta Award for World Film Favorite. She wore a stunning deep emerald green gown designed by Norman Norell, often called the American Balenciaga, a designer Monroe deeply admired. The floor-length dress was made from shimmering sequined jersey that hugged her figure while catching the light with every movement. Originally designed with simple straps, the gown was cleverly altered into a halter-style neckline to better suit Monroe's changing silhouette after surgery. The open back added subtle drama, balancing elegance with her signature sensuality. She completed the look with sparkling emerald and diamond earrings, perfectly matching the rich color of the dress. At President John F. Kennedy's birthday celebration in 1962. And finally, we arrive at the dress that became more than fashion, a moment that turned Marilyn Monroe into pure legend. At President John F. Kennedy's birthday celebration in 1962, Marilyn Monroe created one of the most unforgettable fashion moments and performances in history. Wearing a dazzling sheer gown designed by Jean-Louis and originally sketched by a young Bob Mackie, Monroe appeared almost covered in light itself. The nude-toned dress was hand-covered with more than 2,500 crystals, giving the illusion that diamonds were floating directly on her skin. So form-fitting was the design that she reportedly had to be sewn into it, and she wore no undergarments, making it shockingly daring for its time. As she softly sang Happy Birthday at Madison Square Garden, the gown shimmered under the spotlight, instantly becoming legendary. The dress later broke auction records, proving its lasting cultural impact decades after the moment. From playful musical gowns to daring red carpet moments and history-making performances, Marilyn Monroe's dresses were never just fashion. They were moments the world would never forget. Which Marilyn Monroe dress is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more iconic fashion stories from Hollywood and royal history.